Capitalizing on the popularity of the occult, Black Sabbath took their name from an Italian horror film. Led by singer Ozzy Osbourne, Black Sabbath was despised by rock critics, ignored by radio stations, but nevertheless sold 7 million records and became the heavy metal kings of the early 1970s. Here's 24-year
Earth, as in world Earth. And it wasn't, I mean, like every time we found an angel and they'd say, what's the name of your band? I think we were throwing up. Oh, what's your name? Earth, you know. It was like kind of weird, you know. So we said, we got to change this because we ain't getting any gigs. So we were on a ferry we were doing a residency in Hamburg at the Star Club, the famous, notorious Star Club, which I thought was fabulous because the Beatles had played there and I was actually going to stand where John Lennon stood, you know. It's like, where did he stand, you know? And so we were on this ferry and I said, we got to do something about the name because like German people can't, it sounds worse when a German says Earth. And so we'd written the song Black Sabbath and he said, well, why don't we call it Black Sabbath? I said, well, it's better than Earth. And with the change of the name, everything else changed, everything changed, the whole attitude, the concepts, the movement, the direction, everything changed.
That stands before me. Figure in black, which points at me.
as I remember, we started thinking, well, people like to go to horror movies. For some reason, it can be anything bizarre and aggressive and violent and fangs and blood and bats. And people, for some reason, get a kick out of doing this and seeing this, like, you know. So we said, why not try and interpret a little bit of this into music, you know? And it works, you know. And then we decided that after that phase had worn out, that we really were a band. We really did have something to offer, but you know, away from the boy meets girl and the flower power and, you know, flowers in the rain. That we were, unbeknown to us, I believe now that we were speaking a lot of truth for our time about the way we, the ghetto kids, were really feeling about reality and life.
At that time, everybody was coming out with all the love and the things that, not talking about the real things that happened in the world, you know, like the Vietnam Wars and things that were going on, that not many people were mentioning. And I think we sort of hit the spot where things were being mentioned, but wasn't 100% accepted or received that well, because we were telling the truth what was happening in life.
In 1979, Ozzy Osbourne made his final break with Sabbath.
If you look at the Paranoid album, there's a guy there with this, in a pink leotard with a shield and a sword. The album was originally going to be called War Pigs, and then we released a single, Paranoid, and the single went like a rocket, you know. So they said, well, it's obvious you've got to call the album Paranoid. It just went, like, we had like 6 or 7 years of just everything was going, you know. But along the way, we began to get sort of ripped off by various lot of managers and bad deals, and we started to get political. The cancer had started to eat the way the original dream. So in the end, we just ended up fighting each other, and it just dissolved, you know. The end of this ended like, I think I began to lose heart in it in about 1976, 75. I wanted out then, but I was scared, you know.
Tell us a little bit about what was going on at that time between you and Ozzy and what happened.
Well, at that time, we had a house in Bel Air and we were all living together. I don't know if I can imagine that now, but we were all living together at that time. We were trying to write the album Heaven and Hell, which we had done, but it just wasn't coming together from Ozzy's side. And everybody said, well, if Ozzy doesn't do something about it, we're leaving. So everybody was going to leave and leave Ozzy, you see. It was just unfortunate the way things happened in a lot of cases, because Ozzy obviously had his own problems as well as we all did. I think that we was already into $200,000 dollars we'd spent already just living there. And so we had to decide to do something. He was getting more and more, you know, keeping people on working crews and stuff. We thought we just got to do it. We just cannot sit around the house any longer, you know, moping and talking about what we should be doing.
1979 saw Ronnie James Dio join Sabbath for 2 albums. Dio re-energized Iommi's mystical songs like Neon Nights.
Yeah.
people still attach me to the Black Sabbath years. He's like ex-Black Sabbath singer Ozzy. I've been on my own more years now than I was ever with Black Sabbath. It's just like with Paul McCartney, ex-Beatle Paul McCartney, you know. And it's a real hard thing to try and get away from because I'm branded for life with that, you know. People are saying to me, Ozzy, you've got to go heavier. You've got to go heavy like the old Black Sabbath. And if I wanted to go like Black Sabbath, I think I'd rejoin the band because that's not the way I am anymore. I think Randy really has seen it. There's one photograph where he's got an acoustic guitar and he's in front of a mirror, so it's at the back. That was the last live photograph that ever was taken of Randy Rhoads. That was in Knoxville, Tennessee. And I remember, remember that gig. It's like it was yesterday.
I wonder why you remember that one so well, perhaps.
I don't know. I mean, we went on and the power stopped. And when we got upstairs, got on the bus, and I got drunk. And in the next...